Ну что ж, всем привет. Давно не виделись, можно так сказать. Месяц снова прошел. Можно сказать, я был занят, хотя это не занятость. Не занятость, можно сказать, было на кое-что. Так, вот этот ивент я буду проходить в Геншине. Так что, да, буду проходить его. Так, давайте вот так вот сделаем. Так, сейчас, ну, потом сейчас ивент пройдем. Сейчас я кое-что буду говорить. Я не знаю, нормально меня слышно или нет. Но я, короче, с микрофоном похимичил, можно сказать. Так что звук, по-моему, ну, можно сказать, более четче, по-моему, стал. И писков не должно быть, которые раньше у меня было. Я не знаю, тихо я или громко говорю. Надеюсь, как и обычно. Типа, слышно меня, без писков и так далее. Так вот, насчет... Ну, все, микрофоном поговорили. И где меня не было снова, хотя кому это нахуй надо, конечно, типа... Я думаю, все знают одну игру, которая вышла в январе. Palworld. Вот я и в ней засел несколько дней. Так что да, из-за этого я и не записывал. Ну, проще говоря, забыл про хонкае, который я говорил. Ну, там ивент и так далее. И потом были еще дела в одной игре, в Робоксе. В одном режиме был ивент, и он и сейчас длится, так что, скорее всего, из-за этого я вряд ли буду записывать прям часто. Ну, скорее всего, на этой неделе я буду записывать вот этот ивент, и на выходных запишу, даже буду стримить, скорее всего, хонкай. Новая сюжетка вышла, так что ее надо тоже записывать. Да, и я так понял, в хонкай больше смотрят людей, чем Геншин, ну это очевидно. Потому что Геншин уже, можно сказать, ну не скатился, но все-таки в хонкай лучше сюжетка уже, и ивенты побольше, и наград и так далее. Так что сегодня я буду записывать Genshin, вот этот ивент. А где-то на выходных, скорее всего, буду записывать хонкай. Ну, не только записывать, а стримить даже. Где-то в пятницу или в субботу, скорее всего, буду стримить и записывать видео по хонкаю. И кое-что еще. Насчет Роблокса тоже еще. Если вы помните, хотя кто, блядь, меня смотрит, конечно, кто уже смотрел эту хуйню. Sword Burst 3, который я записывал раньше на своем канале, она вышла в релиз. Так что, скорее всего, где-то 1 марта я буду его записывать тоже и стримить. Потому что 1 марта как раз таки выйдет новый этаж. Я бы типа записывал, когда она уже релизнулась. 16 февраля она релизнулась в релиз. Но я ее не записал. Ну, не буду записывать, как я сказал, когда будет новый этаж, а он будет 1 марта. Вот и буду записывать 1 марта. Короче. Ладно, можно сказать, себе вам сказал. Так что на этой неделе будет Genshin и выходных хонкай. И 1 марта буду стримить и записывать Sword Burst 3. Так что да. Так что начинаем, короче, проходить. Как я сказал, надеюсь, меня нормально слышно, потому что я с микрофоном похимичил. Надеюсь, меня нормально слышно, и игру тоже. Целых 4 минуты почти разговаривал. Нормально. Думаю, больше буду разговаривать. Почему я Genshin не буду стримить? Ну, потому что, естественно, нахуй стримить Genshin. Да тем более скоро он закончится, этот ивент. Так что Genshin я стримить не буду. По крайней мере, вот этот ивент. А вот Ханка и Sword Burst 3 буду записывать. И стримить тоже. Так, что у нас тут?
Charlotte! Paimon never thought she'd see you two together.
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, we're not interrupting anything, are we?
Not at all. I wasn't in the middle of an interview or anything. I was just asking Miss Kuch.
A kite? Are you buying some regional specialties to bring back to Fontaine?
Well, yes. And
It seems you haven't heard yet. The theme of this year's Lantern Rite is kites.
Oh, so that's why Paimon has seen so many floating.
Liyue Harbor is always changing, so it is only fitting that Lantern Rite should change in turn. The Qixing believes it would benefit Liyue to build on our own cultural foundation by embracing the technologies of other nations.
Yeah, remember my business meeting with Tianquan Ningguang the last time I was But all I really did was use my network to introduce Lady Ningguang to some interesting people. I'm not
In the end, we decided to combine Liyue's traditional art of kite making.
Mechanical lifting device? But don't kites just use the wind to fly? Why would you need to add some?
Well, you've actually just answered your own question. How high and far a kite can fly depends as much on the weather conditions as on the skill of the person holding the
But as soon as there's no wind, you can only flail about helplessly like a sweet flower medaka out of water.
Exactly. Liyue is now a nation ruled by humans, after all. Plus, the easier we can make it to enjoy, the more people will want to participate.
Right? I also thought it was a novel idea. Plus, it shouldn't cost much to do.
With Miss Charlotte's help, everything has gone smoothly. Our new mechanical kites are already available. We also gave quite a bit of thought to the price.
Cool! Turns out you two and Ningguang like playing with toys.
Toys? They're not exactly toys.
You see, Miss Kuching? That does seem to be everyone's first.
Although kites are one of our most time-honored cultural relics, outside of their... But to me, there's so much more than that. Think for a second about how remarkable it is that a flimsy paper kite attached to a string has the capacity to touch the sky. There's an old poem that goes, "O kite born of paper, flying true in sound, a lone traveler wanders, just awaiting to..." In the past, poets from Liyue used kites to symbolize a feeling of longing. If the people of today can derive enjoyment from this activity, they will not only be more likely to better appreciate...
That's the Kuching we know. Always thinking 5 steps.
Well said, Miss Kuching. I've learned.
As long as you're willing to listen, I also know quite a lot about the various folk. For example, whenever a kite blew away, people would say it was the Adepti that summoned the wind to take it away as an off...
What about something more fun?
More fun? Let me think. Oh, my grandfather told me that back when he was a boy, children learned the art of kite making step by step. First, you use the thin strips of bamboo to construct the frame. Then you look towards the sky and release the kite. Some people write down certain names or desires on their kites. Cut the string and let them fly free.
Are certain designs associated with certain meanings? I'm gonna jot up.
Well, for example, kites in the shape of a butterfly typically...
Fascinating. What else can you tell me?
The scissored-tailed swallow is the most classic design. It symbolizes good fortune and joyful tidings. Different colors also...
Are these commonly understood meanings and symbols in Liyue? Kind of like the language of flowers.
I believe so. Most have probably heard something about it. If you're interested, Miss Charlotte, I have several books on the topic that I could lend you.
That would be a huge help! Great! Looks like I've got the outline for quite the article on my hands.
Perfect! We're gonna take a look around.
Then I'll show Miss Charlotte to my home for a little while. I almost forgot. The Ministry of Civil Affairs is hosting a kite flying contest. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to bring a kite and participate. The rules are simple.
I've already prepared more than enough empty film for the event. I can see the spectacle already.
Oh, Paimon was on board the moment you said...
Then I'll look forward.
You bet! See you then! Wait, Traveler? Take a peek to your right. Do you see those two people lurk? Is it just Paimon? Or were they staring at us the whole time we were talking to Kuching and Charlotte just now? They seem fishy. Huh. Well, something's up. Paimon just has a bet. Do you think they could be treasure hoarders? They always seem to be stirring up trouble during... Oh, Paimon's sick of waiting around for something bad to happen. We should strike first, you know. Foil their plans. You go right, Paimon will go left.
Пайман, как всегда, в своем виде, блядь.
Oh.
Oh.
It is with such an air of urgency that you appear before us. Your comportment suggests you believe us to have committed some heinous crime.
Whoa! the one doing the enlightening, buddy. Don't think we didn't notice you eavesdropping. One look and we could tell you were up to no good. Tell us everything, starting...
One bears no secrets before two such as yourselves. You stand in the presence of the mighty and illuminated Adeptus. For the purpose of this foray into the mortal realm, however, you may address one as Hojong.
Кто, блядь? Угу.
You kidding? That deer's got his head stuck so far up in the clouds, there's no way he'd humble himself down here with...
You may want to hold your tongue, Paimon.
Подождите, серьезно, адепты, блядь? Если то прикольно, в принципе. Только нахуя они сюда пришли?
Don't think that Paimon is gonna believe you just because you know her name. Let Paimon guess.
Indeed. Mooncarver and myself have descended upon the mortal realm for a visit. The two of you may call me Jiahu.
Huh. Looks like you did your research. But in our experience, the heart will go straight to the Millilith and have you arrested for impersonating...
Preposterous! Utterly preposterous!
Right! Tell us something that only an Adeptus would know. And it better not be some common knowledge that...
During the last lantern rite, we gathered at Mount Hulau with Rex Lapis and made use of Cloud Retainer's supreme cuisine machine to prepare bamboo. The flavor of that soup was more than enough to whet one's appetite. As such, Cloud Retainer assented to my use of the device beyond that singular occasion.
Dabbled? Upon one's last sojourn to your mountain, did you not immediately attempt to hide the device
Did one not speak up on your behalf but a moment ago? This...
One is simply trying to emphasize the
That does not mean you should reveal personal matters so readily. They might think one bears no difference from Cloud Retainer. Forget it. One does not have the breath.
That might have been more detail than we needed. Seems like you two are the real deal. But, for beings as forgiving as yourselves, this is just water under the bridge, right?
You indeed have an agile mind. Cloud Retainer...
Paimon's still curious about something. It's just Paimon can understand why Mountain Shaper is here, but why did you decide to come to the city, Mooncarver? It's not...
It is but an inevitable eventuality. Long have the mountains remained strangely idle since Cloud Retainer's move to lead. With Lantern Rite near at hand, one would expect Cloud Retainer to provide us with an account of the festivities in advance.
Cloud Retainer is hardly the forgetful sort.
One must never rest idle in the face of that which demands action. And since our acquaintances dwell in Liyue Harbor...
But a moment ago, one heard you speak of a mechanical kite of sorts. It appears the essence of the situation...
Huh. So, you're not looking for Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps there are aspects of Cloud Retainer's temperament that remain opaque to young Paimon. Given what...
Cloud Retainer is of a proud and arrogant disposition. She holds the belief that her skill in
One surmises that she has shut herself away, refused all company, and buried herself in the However, if you do happen to cross paths with her over the next few days, do pass...
Sure! Leave it to us! Have a safe trip back, enjoy the scenery, and happy Lantern Rite!
Thank you for your kind words. We shall now depart.
We got all worked up for nothing, huh? All that trouble and it turned out to be people we knew all along! Well, it's still pretty early. Let's head over and check. Paimon wants to see what kinds of kites we can buy to use in the competition.
Welcome! Are the two of you looking to buy a kite? Would you like me to go...
Ooh! Assistant Kill Swallow! And a butterfly!
This jade chamber design is our newest. It's been selling like crazy.
Does it also have a unique meaning?
Of course. The jade chamber symbolizes wealth and abundance. The kite bearing it...
Oh, now that's Paimon's kind of kite!
I apologize for the interruption, but are all your wares in order, Miss Genuine?
Yes, they're just over there. The paper, bamboo, and dyes.
Wonderful! I'll pack them up and get a guard to deliver the goods to Yilong Wharf for you.
Yilong Wharf? Oh, wonder what that place is like during Lantern Rite.
Well, if the two of you are interested in going to Yilong Wharf, then could I trouble you to find Gaming and deliver these goods together?
Is Gaming the guard you just mentioned?
Well, yes. The communications office handles shipments and transports around Liyue. He works for the secure transporting. The problem is, many of my colleagues have taken leave during Lantern Rite to spend time with their families. If you were willing to help out, then I could get a head start on my next appointment.
You do seem really pressed for time.
Oh, wonderful. You will, of course, be Now, at this time of day, Gaming should be somewhere in the vicinity. Just follow.
Be sure to come back if you'd like to buy a kite. I'll even give you.
Wait, I thought we had an agreement. Loser buys dim sum tomorrow? Look at you. Scowl like that for much longer and your face might stay. Hey now, don't be upset. How about this? You extend.
No way, Gaming. You're always the one picking up the. I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I just didn't expect you to come from.
That was nothing. All in a day's work, friend.
Perfect. Gaming is here. Sorry to interrupt, Gaming. We just spoke to a guy from the communications office who needs you to deliver some goods to Yilong Wharf.
Oh, it must have been Longzhou. Looks like I've got work. Gotta go.
Sure, go do your thing. Let's have a rematch when you get back. I won't let you win so easily.
Alrighty, you can hand the goods over to me. Must have been heavy hauling them all this way. Let me take them off your hands.
It wasn't that bad. It's just some kite-making materials. Plus, we didn't...
Kite-making materials. I see. I'm glad it wasn't too much trouble, Paimon. Still, I owe you one. Ah, and you must be the traveler. It's nice to meet you.
Huh? You know us?
There probably aren't many in Liyue who don't. I've heard quite a bit about you two. Oh, and please excuse Longzhou if he forgot to thank you. He's a good guy. He's just been super busy lately, running around from place to place. Don't be too hard on him, yeah? So, you here for Lantern Rite?
Yep. It's always so lively this time of year. We were actually hoping we could tag...
Perfect! We'll go together then. I'm good with directions, so just follow me. Trust me, I know my way around. We can exchange stories, tell jokes, and there are a couple of good places to eat along our route. The ingredients are fresh, the portions are generous, and the prices won't...
Order anything? Hey, did you really have to call Paimon out like that in front of our new friend?
Don't worry, I understand. I joke around like that with my... Do you need to pack anything up before we hit the road?
Nope, our things are always packed and ready.
Oh, that's right. Then let's get going. If we run into any trouble...
Чел прикольно выглядит. Бумажный обжор. Хочу. Так, это сюжетка, наверное. Нет. Окей, так. Куда, блядь? Сюда. Окей. Ну, перс прикольно выглядит, в принципе.
Ooh, the docks are just a bit further. One step at a time. Hang in there. Wait! Get behind me. I'll handle this.
Try.
Что он делает? Что он делает?
Suffocate.
Понял.
Off with you. Suffocate.
I see everything. Yeah.
Is it done? another test subject.
I'll do it, Montage!
Erase my hammer. The wrong test subject.
Блин, спина.
Seems like we really can't go anywhere without running.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for deliveries to get intercepted. That's why this job needs guards like us.
Paimon was impressed by your moves back there. You
Oh, that's not a skill I learned on the job. It's just a hobby. Have you ever heard of wushu dancing? Really? Wushu dancing is famous in Chunyu Vale. Performers might be invited to promote the opening of a business or to spread good fortune during a holiday season. But I must admit, it has nothing on the popularity of the Liyue Opera. I'm also well aware that people in Liyue Harbor aren't exactly jumping at the chance to watch.
Huh? You have 2 jobs? How do you...
It's not that tiring.
Paimon gets it, so you must sleep a lot then.
Not really. Just yesterday, I stayed up all night.
Oh.
Let's go. The docks are just up ahead.
Oh, brilliant!
А, блядь. Сквозь текстуру.
Finally, we can rest. Ooh, Paimon's shoulders are so stiff.
Sorry. Did I push the pace a bit too much? I mean, you were the ones.
Liu is just too hilly. Floating up and down so much. Where's Paimon out?
Aw. Would you like some winter melon cake? I have some on me that I bought.
Yes, Paimon will take all you got.
You might want to pace yourself there, or you'll be too full to eat a proper meal later.
Paimon never gets too full. Just like you apparently never get tired, no matter how far you walk.
Ah, I see. Then here you go, Paimon. And for you, traveler. Enjoy. And here's some for you too, Uncle Bosu. Don't think I forgot about you, my friend.
That hit the spot. Paimon thought she was going to starve.
That close of a call, huh? I've been eating winter melon cake ever since I was a kid. You can buy them from all sorts of places, whether it's a small vendor on the side of the road or a big restaurant in the city. But each place produces. If you like these ones, I can give you the address of the shop I bought them from. I'll just have to check when we get back. Oh, all my jabbering must be making it difficult for you to enjoy the scenery in peace, huh? Don't be afraid to tell me to zip it for a little while, okay? Really, I won't.
It's okay. Paimon is kind of enjoying listening to your chitter-chatter.
Aw, a fed Paimon is a happy Paimon, huh?
Hey, Paimon can be in a good mood anytime she wants.
Этому челу прям голос такой подходит, прям классный, нахуй, слушай. Ну, с перс полностью, ну. И по голосу, и по характеру.
We're here!
Don't forget your things, and watch your step as you get off the raft, or you're in for a swim. Thanks for the ride, Uncle Bosu. You take care of yourself now. Okay, follow me. This way is fastest. We'll have to take the elevator up to the secure trans-
Ну, у меня здесь телепорт есть. Я уже здесь походил немножечко, пооткрывал.
Hey! Slow down. I'm begging ya.
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when the street is this packed, right?
Oh, well...
Come on, spit it out.
Do you see that group of people over there? Those are my relatives.
Все родственники, что ли, сериально? Классно.
Wow, you sure have a big fan.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets dark. This is bad.
They're your family, not your arch enemies. What's there to be afraid?
No, it's not that. I'm just not that good at dealing with my family. It would be best if we could steer clear of them. I'll explain more when we have the chance, but right now, we've got a job to do.
Что сделал забыл?
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
She's gone. Let's go.
Turn left. Run! To the right and... Wow, you guys are good. I'm impressed.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake. Oh, winter melon cake to be.
You really liked it, huh? Ooh, you know what? I'll buy you a whole bun.
As long as you don't wind up drowning, Paimon.
Hey, Uncle Jirgwe. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So I guess I'll go ahead and take these over.
Yes. Thanks for your help. I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a seat.
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great... Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jirgwe. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through... I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter side, so I won't steep the tea too long. And I'll...
Aw, you noticed what Paimon...
How long have you two known Gami?
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of tagged along on it. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends.
That's just how he is. A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting, dude. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Baiju. That young man has such a good head on his shoulder. I mean, there is his dad.
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Jirgwe?
It feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite. Oh, by the way, here.
All right, then. Deliver it if you want to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Whoa, that's way too generous of you.
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me...
Sounds good. Paimon never says no to free food.
All right, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too much before then.
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna... Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that... He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker.
How should I put it? Since he already plans to tell you himself, you don't need an old man like me to add. You seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common. Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us so it can say, "We provide aid in spades." Couldn't hurt.
Well, I can certainly arrange...
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're going to get us something, she'd much rather...
Seems like... Would you like some more tea?
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look around the... We should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue Harbor.
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome.
are you doing here?
Опа.
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
Ебись. Давай так. Чё бы нет. Да я знаю, кто это, блядь.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh? Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition, did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment? Or perhaps even fall to petty sulk?
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us, or just something. Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards. Tianyin?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, a great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded, perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task.
Мгновение. Фшу.
Huh? Wait, here? You really just gonna Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants. Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this just come back soon, okay? Paimon.
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our special.
Now, that sounds promising. One more. 2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20.
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fig. Then 4 shall suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off. Look at the magnificent design, and the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend, or...
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive.
10, a nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do.
That is agreeable. One will, I will have these.
Of course, right away.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. Perhaps some of...
Yes.
I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork...
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood...
There is no need for that.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without. Thank you. Oh, many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted, there is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
Oh, Xianyan, did your shopping go smooth?
Naturally. One may not delight in social interactions, but... And you two? Are you...
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition, then? One means to say, you along with one has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise. And indeed, there was little one could do about such persistence. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests. And thus, one will be organizing a
Oh, who will be participating?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Wow, that's quite a few. Also, this is all pretty well, Xinyun, but it's not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition.
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will...
It sure seems like you want to talk about...
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
All right then. No need to prepare the materials in any case. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting...
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one...
О нет, оно летает.
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
One calls it the floating toting device.
Классно.
Huh. She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident. But everyone around her is looking at her all funny. But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty... not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just... got a bit of... And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to keep it all... All Paimon say is that Xianyun sure does try hard... What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bets she just can't wait to take it apart and see how... Totally! We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. After all, that is the propriety with which...
Серьезно, так быстро закончилась первая сюжетка? Как-то быстро. Сколько всего их? Можно как-то посмотреть. А, ну их 4, в принципе. Окей, их 4. Через 2 дня. Мне придется еще мотать, скорее всего.
I met Shinue kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling you...
Да. О, плюс какая-то фигня. Так, сюда. Ну, по сути, раз у нас 4 квеста, то, скорее всего, 2 сюжетки... Бля, ладно. Короче. Сейчас я еще одну сюжетку запишу и заканчивать буду. Так, типа, сделаю 2 сюжетки на... Ну, сколько там хватит, и следующее видео тоже на 2 сюжетки. И потом будут сами мини-игры этого самого ивента. А, то самое, что ли, этот...
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat!
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you!
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing? Wow, so much delicious food! Do you really eat all this just for...
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about—
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood kanchi? Let me refill your bowl.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full, and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Then— so full. That meal was so satisfying. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know—
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is, more often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young—
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to—
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was—
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? I wouldn't even make— My dad— He always wanted me to inherit the family business. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations?
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dance one day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I haven't been back since. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? No. I know that it wasn't the right way to go about, but my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could—
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as a guard to make some money. But still, change takes time.
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold.
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gami?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Do you not know who she really is?
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried with some She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a—
Is that not—
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes—
Great! The more the merrier!
Так, и куда? Снова в жопу? О, нет, сюда. Так, давайте я похилюсь, наверное, лучше. Так, я похилился. Это, в принципе, смысла нету. Ну, пофиг. О, все в сборе. Так, у меня за окном орут дети, надеюсь, не слышно их. Да, как всегда вовремя. Спит.
Ganyu!
I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe! Not there!
Что, она позазыл куда-то?
See? It worked. She...
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something?
I'm fine. I just feel...
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool... Paimon doesn't think that's what the...
Was I asleep? Must have been around the time.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me.
I could never... I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the secured...
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker.
Well, you know me. Or...
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe. And this is...
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself. Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself with...
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive, but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such... My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well, right?
Как всегда. Да.
So delicious. Paimon's life is
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, traveler.
Да.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you...
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see...
Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It would take too long to explain. What shape should we... What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swanee!
That might be a little hard.
True, but I still want to try.
Okay.
Куда?
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on.
Yes.
They're really quite sensitive.
I see.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh?
Please, I told you, just call me Ganyu. Well,
Yes.
all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain. Anyway, we should probably get started. Perhaps we should just.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look!
Yes.
Am I doing it?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design.
Yep.
Зашибись, Рик.
One is looking forward to see.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagine.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One's
Oh, cool. Think I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that.
Oh, we actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go.
Let's go.
First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a complete. If nothing else, a paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find that maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should.
Сука. Вот это смысл. Прикольно.
Now, what expression should we give her? Since the kite is going to be flying. Ooh, like this? Ooh, the title of champion kite. Now that we've decided, let's make it happen. It's done! Paimon has to say. Kite, now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyan's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty.
Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see...
Oh, well now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too!
Exactly. So I simply closed my eye.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow.
You are most filial, Shenhe.
The swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even...
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao.
It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer.
What about your kite, traveler?
Блять. Таким видом. Yes.
It's self-important countenance.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one.
Is that the Jade Chamber? Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety? And to do so by making use of this? One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay.
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
Кому-то
There's wind up ahead.
пиздец.
Looks like we can glide over. It's right there.
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Ясно, кто это. Кому-то пиздец.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently
Calm yourself. Do you have any
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outside. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain...
Your concern is Miss Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius of its...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both...
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Вам пизда.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was not... Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later...
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all...
We finally caught up. You sure... Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You!
Он на.
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novels...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the time. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? All this fun.
Что не скажут, интересно?
It seemed...
Then, should we continue
A splendid suggestion.
Perhaps your mountain would
A fine idea.
Окей.
they're back.
Paimon's pooped.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship.
Shenhe?
It may be an if Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right?
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others...
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about...
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every...
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one...
Ah, it's been so long since I've had the chance...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities. Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too. May I present? This is...
Да. Это покрасилось даже.
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
She asked them just like that.
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so...
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor and all... What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited...
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
Тебе видно.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better. This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat, it's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shu Yu. One was hoping to treat him to... Oh, well. One will just have to
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standard. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is...
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string.
Kite string? Huh. What strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant...
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between
One has only heard that the two are...
He ran away from home and hasn't...
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Oh, Okay. Paimon just...
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt... However, when one asked Menogias' opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying... And later... what one means to say, that Lantern Rite should be It is a time to address problems before they turn into... Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason.
That's nice and all.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our Aha! What? How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh, Paimon really hope...
One's designs. Now then, I counsel rest for all. And...
Да, мы же это услышали тоже. Так. Так. Две сюжетки мы прошли. Так что давайте, скорее всего, вот эти две сюжетки на следующей серии оставим. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Всем пока-пока. И надеюсь, все-таки я нормально настроил микрофон. И вы будете меня нормально слушать. Если нет, то настрою его, попробую как-нибудь по-другому. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.